Alright, good morning Twitch. My name is Alloy and welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. Um, so when we last left off, I just cleared out some of the things in this area. But I'm not 100% there yet, so let me just take out some other things while I'm in the neighborhood. That bandit camp, that hunting grounds. And when all is said and done, I'll go hit the main story yet again. Do I have enough ammo? Oh, I do not. Okay. Let's see where this goes. Those are friendly. Okay. I am curious if I could just take out the what happens if I just take out the leader.
Frostprint on a rebel outpost. I need to take out the leader.
Okay, well I certainly do not want to tussle with that fire claw, so I will definitely just simply take out the leader and hightail it. Okay. There you are. Where are my rocks? There they
Should
are.
have brought warmer gear.
Come on.
Could fire at anyone traveling down the mountain from this spot. No wonder the rebels set up here.
Man, you aren't very bright, are you? Okay. There aren't actually that many rebels in this camp.
Freezing! Alright then.
I'm not here. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that fire claw. Hmm. I'll wait till they turn around. Then I'll glide over and pounce on him. It's about as stealthy as... Well, it ain't very stealthy, but it worked.
I think
The
I
rebels got
froze.
some heavy gear. They must be in charge.
Now!
How'd you
It's
see
the
me?
Outlander Aloy!
Okay.
Alarm! Alarm!
Alright.
Ah! Ugh.
What other things do I have? That is a very tough helmet he's got on. Which from this angle doesn't look like he's got a piece on top, so it should be penetrating him right through the top of his skull.
I'm not giving up.
Anyone else see her?
No, probably not.
She's above us!
Let's check this one for tags.
Gotcha.
These look like identification tags. Seems
Firing!
must have looted them from soldiers. I'll keep them safe for now. Figure out what to do with them later. Without a leader, the rebels should abandon this place. But I can't always deal with them now. Either way, I'm done.
Okay.
Fire won't do much.
So that's the whole camp pretty much taken. I don't really have to tussle with anybody else, do I? Which just gives me an opportunity to go and loot everything.
I can grab this from my stash later.
I think the only thing left is the fire claw, though. Yeah. Do I really have to fight it? No. Do I want to? Of course I do. Oh. Wow. That's new. Yeah, maybe it's not time I use this, huh? Oh, I'm running out of targets here, aren't I? Shit. I'm stuck. Up there went my shield. Up, slid into a rock.
Okay, better.
Buddy, stop moving, please. What other options do I have? Well, freezing is an option. No, wait. The gun!
Pack's full. I can get it from my stash later.
God, those things... Why do all the claws feel a lot bigger than they were in the first game? Because they probably are. Oh, it's a sheep. Somebody call a warmonger. Alright. So that camp is clear. So I think I'll go hit the hunting grounds now. Let's see. Travel. There's a question mark there that I somehow bypassed running to the... Well, then again, I was following the guy, so... So let's go see. It's probably another flower which I can't even access. I hear Glintox.
I'll save this for a dyer.
Oh, Fire Gleam. A greenstone chunk and okay. The hunting grounds is further up. Should be further up anyway. Alright. Let's see then.
Keep moving, keep warm.
Another strike piece carver. And I will... I'm getting all my Gwent cards before I even play the darn game. Oh, I got some rare pieces for this one. Fortunately, I don't have any of the pieces I need. Or really anything. But that's okay. There's the stash. Let's see anything useful at the workbench before I head out. Nope. Alright. Let's go.
The Sky Clan welcomes you to our hunting grounds, champion.
Just Aloy.
Right. These grounds have been used to train our hunters for generations. I'm sure they'll provide enough of a challenge for you.
I'll bet. Well.
Let me know
Maybe.
if you change your mind.
Maybe it's high time I did buy a weapon. Do I really want to buy this though? I can afford it. These pieces are fairly common. If I switch this out, I only have my heavy bow. But I'll do this one here. Because the blast isn't really that helpful. And besides, I like using the spike thrower better. And I'll take this, and I'll put it here where the shock is. And I wish I could buy the bolt caster now, but I don't have any sun wings. I'll create the job and see what. Let's see. Are there any sun wings nearby?
Back for a hunt, champion? Aloy, should I ready the hunting grounds?
Shredders. I have more blast paste. Okay. Alright.
Here to test your skills at...
So, do I have access to a Sunwing location? I do. I've just never been there. But thankfully there is shelter there. Yeah. Maybe I am intended to be purchasing more weapons as I'm playing. I mean, I've done an abundance of all the side quests and things, and yeah, they're handing weapons to me, but it's slow going. Okay. I still don't actually have a fire, any form of fire, arrow. Funny enough. That's certainly not a vulture, is it? That is a vulture.
Get this from my stash when I need it.
That's just a pigeon. Well, I'm assuming you guys are not hostile.
Oh, I hate stepping through this stuff.
Oh, I'm in the blight. Alright. Let's see what you're capable of. It's kind of like throwing a boomerang. Doesn't dish out as much damage as I would like, but this is why I chose the smaller bow. I've got more arrows, and I can't guarantee I'm actually gonna hit that target. So. This thing reminds me of... what the hell is that thing from Ark? Oh, this thing has casters on the back. This thing reminds me of a Quetzal. That's what it is. Is it a Quetzal? I think it's a Quetzal. Actually, it looks... actually has more of a pterodactyl look to it. I'm trying way too hard to try to hit this thing with a shock bolt. It worked!
Spotted.
Oh, there's another one. And that should be kill. Where'd the carcass go? Is there another one nearby?
Could hit it with purge water.
Yeah, there's not a hole. Let me look in my notebook. Maybe there's something about it I missed. Nope, that's the Frost Claw. Sky Drifter. Sunwing. Sunwing primary nerve. What am I looking for on this thing? Oh, whatever it is, I got it already. Kill. Well, those I can fight, no problem. Did I knock out another part off one? Thought I did.
That's my stash later.
Hear a thunderstorm nearby. Peppers. Okay, fast travel. Alright, time to give all this a shot. This is my chance to learn how to use my weapons. Okay. Well, I got the pieces. And I guess I'll replace my explosive javelin for the time being.
Back for a hunt, champion?
Oh.
Aloy, should I ready the hunting grounds? Pick your hunt.
Let's see. Let's find out. Frost Trial.
Use the ropes to jump into the grounds, then we can start.
Okay. So before I do anything, I need to equip my Frost Sling. Something I probably should have upgraded a couple of times first, huh? Okay.
Frost ammo won't hurt much.
What is that? Roller back. Okay. That counted as one, right? I don't know. This is where I regret not upgrading my Frostling. What was even my objective? My hunting grounds objective. I should need another Bella back. Shit. Thankfully that counted. I've got like 3 very pissed off Bellabacks behind me.
These grounds bear the an honorable prize for an honorable win.
Okay, let's try this. Hit a machine 3 times with a shutter, catch it.
Choose a rope and jump down to start the trial.
That is actually kind of difficult to do. Oh, that's gone. Ouch. So now I understand how to use this weapon. Oh, I'm out of healing. Okay. It's okay. Find a different target. All we gotta do is find a different target. I mean, that could happen too. Can I catch if I roll into it? I'll find out soon enough. I missed it. That wasn't so bad. So I can't catch it by rolling into it.
An impressive hunt, Aloy. Come get your prize.
Let's
Your
ignore the
prize.
Let's ignore the fact that I died once. It didn't happen. Plasma burst trial.
Use the ropes to jump into the grounds, then we can start.
Alright, let's try this. Okay. Okay, that doesn't seem so bad. Oh, gotta reload. Oh, I'm fat rolling with this thing, right. I'm out of rounds with it. Ah, fuck, reload! I'm gonna die. And if I don't die, I'm gonna run out of frickin' how the hell did it kill me? Right. Well, that's a change from Zero Dawn. I've got to worry about fat rolling now. I've also got it. Okay, this thing is loaded now. So.
Gotta get in as many hits as I can.
Okay. Alright, reload. And then... there we go. I might as well finish this thing off since I've already sunk so many resources into killing it. That didn't just happen, come on. Please don't make me start the trial again. I'm glad I didn't play this game on the hard difficulty like I did when I was doing Zero Dawn. Oh, thank God.
Couldn't have done that trial better myself. A true hunter's reward.
Yeah, you could have survived it, actually. Okay, so I don't know how I feel
I'll be here
about
if you need me.
bolt casters in this game. But it's certainly an interesting concept. Oh, there's a fire gleam over here? I thought I blew that up already. I don't know. But I can at least go to the grove from here as soon as I find the camp. Oh, there we go. Travel. That's gonna be an episode dedicated to me just playing Gwent, okay? I will play the Gwent game at some point. I keep thinking about that,
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hekarro and Marshal Kotallo await you within.
oh, well, it's nice to know I'm welcomed.
The cool route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hekarro's throne.
Should probably track the main quest now, shouldn't I?
And Ether.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
Okay.
This must lead to the arena.
Coughing begins again.
It's another part of the ruins. Turned into a fighting ring.
Look at them all. They know a battle is coming.
Regalla can try all she likes. We'll crush her.
Aloy. It seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heel. Literally.
Kotallo helped.
Yes. Tekote reprimanded for all the clan to see. We both served well. But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regalla will come for me.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Kotallo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regalla means to assault the Cool Route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the Cool Route begins, you must see it through.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the Chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Alright, let's get it started.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done. There's armor in that chest. Take it. It might prove useful.
Armor. Tanath Marshall.
Good. May it keep you safe.
It's worth looking into. I've been wearing pretty much the same outfit since the game started. It doesn't actually look that bad. Alright. Well.
We'll assist Marshal Kotallo regarding the Chief.
Oh, I see.
May your enemies fall. Let the blade.
I'm glad they at least gave me all of these things here to help, First, I'll just do a quick upgrade of some of the blue materials that I picked up on the way here, since those are the ones I'll be currently using. Well, I do know I expect to get better variants. I also know that, I don't know when that's gonna happen, so at the very least, I can bring them somewhat up to speed. Especially since these materials aren't that hard to come by right now. I've got a ton of them. Some of the pieces I get my mistake, others simply Bellowback sack weapon. I needed that for another weapon, I think. Oh well. Is that it? Oh yeah, I did. Oh well. Oh, can I upgrade this?
This will be a real show of strength.
I didn't get the option to upgrade that. There. I skipped over it because I'm blind. And I already need parts I don't have. Alright.
That lowlander contestant
The
is already
challenger's
passed up.
blade speak for them.
Not bad, I guess. That's an interesting dialogue.
We celebrate the title Marshal must be earned.
Honor the marshals who fell and those who fall.
Your blade be right.
Mr. Kotei, if Useless thugs, of
That
course.
was quite a bump.
Look, come on. Chief's champion. What an honor.
An opportunity to
Didn't
talk
fix his
shit.
ego before coming here.
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regala's troops, if I were you.
Damn. All the more fitting that I'm wearing a Marshal's outfit.
Okay. Hikaro's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
And look, we are not alone in this fight.
This is our motley crew of defenders. We have we've got a decent assortment of traps, that's for sure. We've only got, if the chaplain's fighting alongside us, which I think she is, there's 10 of us.
We cannot let Regala sow her poison any longer.
Oh, wait. That's not the chaplain, my mistake. So, there's 9.
Focus on the machines. Take them down, and Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed.
Huh.
Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the cool route from below. But from above...
Not bad. Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
Dana! The cool route is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach! All who take down a machine shall be named Marshal. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did, and seize your glory.
Man, that is so much cooler when you step in the group. This is so much like a gladiatorial arena, and I don't know why, but I approve. At least they get weapons. I doubt people in the Sun Ring with bad luck.
Here they come!
Hold them back! Defend the cool route!
What weapon am I using? Oh, Thunderjaw Blaster. Not Thunderjaw Blaster. This is what the hell monster does? What the hell machine does this? Ravager.
Protect the arena!
Guess what I forgot to stock up on? Can this be part of the new Dino Crisis, please? Ouch. Oh, I get another one. Oh. Ouch. I completely approve of this. I want a bigger gun though. Oh, that was a trap there that whole time.
There. What is that?
I don't know.
That looks like a rock breaker.
Hold the defenses! Go!
Well, shit. That is definitely not a rock breaker. You know, I was hoping I'd see him liquefy.
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire! Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm!
I mean, it technically is a big worm.
Hopefully there's enough before we can
Ouch. Okay. Reduced mobility may not be a good idea while fighting this thing. that plan. Okay,
I can't get a good shot. Get the machine away from the ballista.
There's the ballista. Is this not a good enough shot for you? Jeez. Where did it go? Oh, I'm lagging.
Taking the shot.
Alright, this isn't working. And now I need a potion. Potion. I do not like fighting these things. I say this much. This is a welcome improvement from a, what the hell is it? Compared to a Deathbringer, this is certainly more of a challenge. Convenient that it all managed to land in a way that I can use as a path. Alright.
Champion, get to the chief!
Go, get to the chief! We'll defend the hall.
Stop Regala!
No trial by combat this time?
This isn't finished! I'll be back with everything I have! And all who stand with Hekarro will be run red.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
This is it. Aether's below.
Thinking about all that action we just encountered, and now we're through here.
There. That console. Come on, Aether. Time to go home. Yes. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Aether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
You know, that was honestly, oh.
The words have changed. The words of the 10 are now clear to us. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Hekarro saw years ago.
I can see all of the audio recordings without being spritzed out, and now I gotta stand here for half an hour waiting for it. But I'm cool with that. Story, lore. However, partition, the cluster without time. Huh. That was quick too. I'm out. Alright. We're just gonna leave that open there. Someone's gonna walk in through that and trip. Okay.
The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hekarro.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Come on, Aloy, salute to... Oh.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
But Hekarro needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
We are recruiting our own army. This is cool.
All right. I need to get Ether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
Okay. I didn't fully explore this place before, so I don't really know what I'm missing. But I will. What is that? Sure, there's a way around to get that. They don't even know what a marshal really is.
There's the outlet.
As I said, they did a good job of making this world feel not alive, but they did a good job making it so the world
Good day. May you
crush your enemies.
Join JTF-10 for a covert operation deep within the rainforest. Whether at home or abroad,
Blood and steel shall mix
JTF-10
today.
protected assets critical to the insurrection. Deep in the jungle, concealed by mud and darkness, they laid their traps for their enemies.
What with strength?
Find truth in battle. You'll need courage for the battle to come.
Honor and strength.
May your armor hold true.
My blade fights with you.
Observe the grit of JTF-10 in the mountainous regions of the hot zone. Trained to outlast, conditioned for any climate. JTF-10 were elite defenders in even the most remote mountain landscapes. Discover how JTF-10 claimed home field advantage in the desert. JTF-10 seized key assets all across the desert. Where others feared the Mojave's raging sandstorms, JTF soldiers used them for cover, crippling enemy supply lines.
They all... As I mentioned last episode,
Today will demand a sharpened blade.
I like what they did with the world building in this game, just because it makes sense, as we've seen in our own history, when humans do not have an explanation for what they see, naturally they revert to superstition in an attempt to explain it all. Can I not go back there anymore? No, I guess not. But it don't matter, I guess I got the scan off. They use legends, myths, stories, just to try to explain it all away. It hasn't changed with this universe. Hell, this entire tribe worships us. I'm guessing like some elite Air Force squadron for all I know. What's this one?
Out in the field or relaxing at base, Joint Task Force 10 acted as one. Led by Colonel Edward De La Hoya, their bodies and weapons were always
Aloy,
honed for battle.
do you have a moment?
Meals, ink, bruises. These daredevils of the sky shared it all.
Hence the tattoos that everybody wears.
Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Well, thanks to you, the Chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Kavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No. He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hekarro cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Kavo is the last of my blood.
What made Kavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Cavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
So if Cavo didn't listen to you when he joined the rebels, what makes you think he will now?
Cavo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But he must have experienced the suffering it brings by now. He will listen. He must. I just have to find him before it's too late.
You said Cavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hekarro, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then, their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo from following the trail of blood.
If Cavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hekarro let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy, and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try. I'll help you find your grandson, if I can. Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Cavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Cavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
I have some other things to take care of first. I can meet you there.
I'll wait for you on the hill crest southeast of the grove. We'll make our way to the outpost from there. Until then, strike true.
Now I understand this drive towards a lot of the body markings, and I get it. All the people in these recordings were strong soldiers, and now all Ta'Noth strive to be like them.
I think the desert man will triumph.
We should ask her. The tribe has asked so much of her already.
Can you see straight?
Champion, I fear we must lean on your strength and generosity again.
Just tell it to her straight, Ducka. The tribe needs the arena. She's our only hope to getting it open again.
You need the arena? But the cool route's over.
That's true, but we also use the arena to boost the tribe's morale.
We use it for training. Herd in machines so our soldiers can experience the glory of the kill in a controlled setting.
Which, of course, boosts morale. But Chief Hekarro won't let us reopen the arena until the ballista protecting the field is repaired.
We need it in case a machine runs amok, and it was damaged during the cool route. The parts we need aren't easy to find.
I get it. You need me to hunt down some machines and grab the parts.
We'd ask someone else, but every squad in the Grove is on alert. But the task is not without compensation, right, Kala?
Of course. Once the arena is open again, I would be honored to invite you to compete. A wide variety of machines will be available.
And I will award you prizes for victory. Not just from the arena, but also for medals won at hunting grounds. You'll be able to trade them for some of the tribe's very best gear.
To fix the ballista, we'll need a sinew from a rollerback, along with some bristleback tusks. Both kinds of machines have been spotted near a campfire to the southeast. When you're done, bring the parts to me at the maw of the arena, on the northeast side of the grove.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
One more thing. If you're going back into the wilds, I have another duty tied to our soldiers' morale. A regrettable one. Every Tenakth soldier carries a tag carved with their squad symbol. Rebels have been hoarding the tags of the soldiers they kill. You might find such tags at any enemy outpost. If you do, bring them to me. I'll make sure they're returned to the soldier squad mates and loved ones. Having confirmation sometimes soothes their grief. And there are bounties involved, if that matters to you.
I've already found some of those tags.
I don't have anything to pay you with here. Bring them to me at the Maw of the Arena when you can.
Thank you, Champion. And please don't forget the parts for the ballista.
Okay, so that brings up...
May your enemies fall. Right. Next
Hard
task,
training against
adding some
machines.
distance.
Oh.
That's what...
So, I'm right here on the cusp of it, actually. I can turn them in somewhere here.
The crowd, the prizes, the reward. Guess I need to head southeast to find that rollerback. And I think I saw a herd of bristlebacks not far from here.
Let every blade win honor today.
The Maw of the Arena.
Outlander, are you in need of supplies?
There's my stash. I'm at least gonna pull out the medical supplies so I can keep rolling. There we go. So somewhere around here is supposed to be a merchant for the arena. So if that's the case, I would like to talk to them now to see what I can get. That's a cook, that's an herbalist.
No army can march
How can I
Let's
help
see.
you today?
Is this where I need to get it from? Does both... You know what, I'll take this. I'll replace this bow with it.
Now that is a purchase you won't regret.
I know how far damage works, game.
Hollow watch today. With your blade amongst us.
All right, what's wrong? I missed it. We're stuck on guard.
I don't know, maybe I have to finish this quest first before I'm allowed to, What's this? I don't know. The guide actually says I'm supposed to be able to get it from these people, but my guess maybe I have to finish the quest to fully unlock the arena first.
As soon as you get the part, squads can get back to training and head machines.
I just realized I ran across a live javelin throwing range without care. You see, this is why I can't play, whatchamacallit. Alright, I can't play, as I said, I cannot play Battle Royale games, because I have really shitty, situational awareness. That's why I suck at Siege. Actually, I was playing a little bit of Siege after my last stream. I played one game, because Payne mentioned that the road to SI was active, only to find out we had 2 days left in the event. So we played one round of it, and lo and behold, we're defending. they get the plant off. They're hiding behind an Osa shield. I didn't notice. Teammates in trying to engage Valk, and I can see through the glass door that somebody punched out that wall, so I went around and flanked her. Was it Valk? Yeah, it was Valk. We were attacking. So somebody flanked Valk. So I went and flanked Valk and killed her. And I thought, oh, all is good. I killed them. We're good. I didn't notice that freaking, what's his name? I think it was either Legion or Echo is behind Osa's shield, calmly defusing the fucking, not defusing, but destroying the diffuser. Scrambling the diffuser. That's what the term would be.
This easy?
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tenakth friend arrived.
Kotallo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
They're gonna go. I think that's what they're insinuating here, but.
To send all kinds of messages back in the day.
All over the world, too. Anytime they want it.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd like that. I wouldn't want my Aunt Alga knowing she could just talk to me every second of the day. My ears would pop off.
Oh, this is like handing. This is almost like handing a monkey a smartphone. But I like this. This is a little friendly banter.
This must be from the cool route. Between the Rockbreaker and the Slitherfang, Regalla really wrecked the arena. And I have a feeling she won't stop trying until Hikaru's dead. Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them.
That's
This
nice.
is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. Regalla's attack at the embassy. The marshals ambushed and surrounded, killed one by one. Reminds me of the massacre at the Proving. Back in the Sacred Lands. So many lives wasted.
Okay. That is cool.
My old spear. Rust helped me make it. And I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. When Varl found me after the Hades Proving Lab, I thought I saw Rost. I don't think he'd understand any of this. Or what I have to do. But still. Wish he was here.
This is sweet.
I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat Thor Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud.
That's cool. I guess they mounted that as a trophy. I do want to see... Where is Kotallo?
Is this a piece from the bulwark? Kotallo must have brought this with him as a trophy. I may have fired the cannon, but he really put Tekote in his place.
We can't expect to make sense out of everything the old ones did.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Okay, so there is a lot of things going on right now. Okay.
Cry if they read this about the old ones.
Alright. And here's our big man himself. Wow.
Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus. It will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Yes, it has.
You said the Bulwark was your home a long time ago. That you were part of the Sky Clan.
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed in a clan skirmish, so I was raised by my squad. As I grew older, I came to be known as an accomplished fighter. Tekote took a special interest in me. I fought by his side against the Karja, and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light, from the east side, allowing the Tenakth to raise it.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero, and I was content.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
Why did you leave the Sky Clan to become a marshal?
I was sent to the Kulrut by Tekote. Back then, I would have obeyed his every order. I believed in him, like one would a father. I was too blind to see the fear in his eyes. Fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle at Barren Light. But to him, I was only a threat. Never occurred to him that I had no interest in rising above my station.
Why did Tekote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Kulrut?
Tekote knew that if I survived the Kulrut, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tenakth as a whole. I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Tekote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hekarro and the Marshals of a warrior like myself. Even though he knew perfectly well I had no intention of ever leaving. It was exile, guised as an honor. One he knew I couldn't refuse. So I became a Marshal, and never looked back.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I am not. Though it pained me at the time, a Marshal is what I was destined to be.
When we were at the Bulwark, the guard said something about the Wings of the Ten. Hekarro also mentioned it at the Kulrut. Dekka, too. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess, and it is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. Many times I imagined it as a child. The feeling of freedom, and the awe it must have inspired.
It's right about that one, jumping out of an airplane.
What did Chief Hekarro say when you told him he'd be joining me here?
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove, and helped reunite the clans. There was little more to be said. He understood.
Well, I'm honored he lent me his best Marshal. At least for a little while.
Indeed.
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have any questions?
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp. From the heavens. And invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
You've had some time with the team now. Any thoughts?
I admit, I was surprised to see Nutaru here. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
I'm told she rallied some in her tribe against the Karja, and fought all the way to Barren Light.
Interesting. Perhaps I'm mistaken.
Well,
I should go. Feel free to check in on Hekarro and your people. Door's always open here.
I will. May the Ten walk with you.
At least he still has his right arm salute, and that's good. He's, I like his character. You know, he seemed kind of cold, kind of prideful in the beginning. And then you later on, you learn about his story, you understand why he is the way he is. And he grows as you see the character growth, the willing. For that matter, you see a lot of, I call it character growth, but these people are willing to accept that this is.
The old ones fed off livestock a little too much for my liking.
Some of them ate more like the Utaru, called themselves vegetarians.
From what I'm reading, all the old ones wanted to eat was this stuff called chocolate.
I don't know why I find that so funny. Probably because it's true. Okay, alright.
Hey.
Hey.
A nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. There's a lot to take in. But, don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Right.
Don't drink.
How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
That's good.
So, Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both.
Fair enough.
I have to go.
I guess it's back to reading.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. How's, training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, the tribe settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us when she's ready. How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Erend stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
This is the best. I love it.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Well, that's the old ones for you.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
He would be the one to enjoy
I should
rock
probably go.
and heavy metal.
I shall return to our training then.
Right, and swear to gosh, she's gonna be pregnant by the end of this game.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Alright.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Eleuthia frequency.
Eleuthia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Eleuthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Eleuthia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Eleuthia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Trap.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Man! Technology.
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Erend to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
See you later, Gaia.
I'll talk to her later.
Until next time, Aloy.
I am curious. Is this where I turn in all of those?
Gaia? What is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. I think I can reconnect some of them already. And it seems like there are more out there.
Well, let's see how this
There we
plays
go.
out.
More data for the dome.
Good choice.
That is cool. But I get the distinct feeling this is literally just here for photo mode purposes. But I don't mind. It's just fan service at this point. Wow. Okay. I guess this is what happens when I'm playing on a PS4. Certain things can't run right. So they put these little black screens in just to...
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Where have I seen this before?
In the main living, another room.
The door's unlocked now. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. Unfortunately, the entertainment modules were lost with the Apollo database.
Oh, that's too bad.
This is supposed to be like VR gaming chairs, I guess. It is a shame that we lost so much. Man, you can delete a lot of things, so why'd you have to delete the video games?
There's data here. Another room. What for?
Switch to a private log? Okay, so... Regional Control Center 9.
Design of the facility's coming along. When Gaia finally builds it, it'll have everything it needs. Except personality. So, I'm going to sneak in my own mark. A couple of flourishes. Starting with this little tucked-away hideout. August would have gotten a kick out of it. He loved hidden passages, like the kind in old English castles. But I've got something bigger planned. My piece de resistance, if you will.
Oh, okay. So that explains all the hidden rooms and whatnot. And I'm guessing if I keep exploring, I will eventually find the audio log that tells me the code to that other room. Is this part of my main quest or is this a side quest? Oh, everything's on hold until I finish this. Ah.
Part of Gaia. A subordinate function, yeah.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Oh, wait.
There's something I need to check on first.
Okay. Let us know when you're ready.
I completely forgot to check on the, I realized in hindsight I haven't upgraded my armor yet. And I guess I could talk to Gaia now, but do we really want to listen to more dialogue? Well, maybe you won't, but I kind of do. I can't wait to find natural, like, wild tremor tusk to fight. You know what? I'll talk to Gaia now, just because I know I'm gonna have more dialogue that's gonna swamp it later anyway. So I might as well.
Welcome back.
Hey, Gaia. It's me.
Hello, Aloy. Did you wish to continue our discussion?
Yes, I did.
How's Kotallo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts. I may be able to assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be.
Talk about the prosthetic or like regrowth?
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
I don't know why that's so funny. It really is. Oh, okay.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, The facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Faro Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too.
Well.
So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there. One not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Faro plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about.
I want to go back to the Frozen Wilds just to link these two up. That'd be cool. Okay, I'm also blind. Is this all stuff that I can talk about?
The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures returned to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
That done? There are more. I can't tell.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Faro plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Faro machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them.
That's one word for it.
So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Faro plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations, at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. the only one who could. Thanks, Gaia. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout. What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life.
So once I bring it back, all the blight out there will start to get better.
While permanent restoration requires the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to improve conditions in the region for a while. However, a word of warning. Like Aether and Poseidon, Demeter's response to my query was highly irregular. Alone and frightened, it may have taken measures to assure its security.
Okay, I'll keep my guard up. You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Aether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Aether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Why did Aether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Aether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. The one in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Aether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there. So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Faro.
Faro, huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable.
Wait,
He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
Wait, I've talked about
All three of the
before.
missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Perhaps you will be able to procure Eleuthia at the SOS coordinates. Artemis and Apollo, however, remain unaccounted for.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'll be on my way.
I wish you safe travels.
I was gonna say, I thought that most of this I heard already, but It is what it is. Anyway. So there's some things I want to do, and that will be...
So let me get this straight. The angry orb that we thrashed at the battle for Meridian. Now that was another one of those subordinate function things.
Yeah, that one was called Hades.
Huh. And you said Aloy ended it for good, right? Gaia doesn't need it?
I think we're all better off without it.
Yeah. We don't need a giant...
The more I learn about the old ones, the less different they seem from the people of today.
We don't need a giant delete button for the world. I'll create that job just cause. I wonder if I can fully upgrade this. No, I can't. How does this set do? It's good against... Oh, I should really avoid shock then, huh? This one's for acid, fire, and... I might as well create that for the hell of it. But I'll worry about that later. Let's roll.
What do you say? Should we get going?
Let's get going.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good. This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh? Well, that takes the keg.
Varl, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that Zenith.
Seems like that's gonna be how you...
Well, there are obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
You can do half the shit I can do now, man. Come on.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
What a mess.
This will be my stash when I need it.
Oh, these are the guys that managed to...
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Ah! The weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? Alright. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
Alright. Let's see what happens. But first, kill the rabbit. Kill the wabbit! I killed the wabbit.
It's kind of chilly up here. All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? The Luthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
The weapon's still hot? I don't know.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the Proving Lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
I should go turn in all my
Looks
valuables.
like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Alright. Wait. This is Zenith in order.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
White plating. This is definitely Far Zenith tech.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthia is gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for it, the asset?
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Yet.
Or anything you can blow up.
Hey, you like her for that, Varl.
No room on me. I can send it to my stash.
That said, I should. In my mind, I want to ship Varl and Aloy, but at the same time, if Varl and Zoe are getting together, who am I to say, you know what, pick Aloy over Zoe?
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
Before I look around, I want to explore all my options. Huh.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here. Find
Well,
anything that might
knowing
tell us
Far
what the
Zenith.
asset is?
Probably just... I don't think so.
I don't know. I get that they only see Far Zenith. They know Far Zenith to be thieves because of what they attempted to do with the Gaia model. But who knows? But give them credit. Sometimes not everyone was being a thief. I'll bet you they had honest goals at some point.
So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the Zeniths, the Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed our help, he dropped everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Yeah. You know, it's occurred to me that I might be experiencing a firefight here somewhere.
Sounds to stash.
Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of loot in this room. Wait. As soon as I say that.
A control console. To access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
You're right. I should check the log.
Thankfully, it's in 2002 through 7. Wait, this is the Aloy clone. This is the other clone of...
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsineth. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least they don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those Spectre things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
Oh, this is the story.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Okay, I can only have upwards of 2 traps. So... 1 bomb here. And... 1 bomb here.
That's plenty for now. Here it comes!
And... Step 1, scan.
Ooh, ugly one, aren't you?
Step 2, don't get shot in the face. Okay, the...
I should scan that. See if it has any weak spots.
Not very... How do you like that acid? That acid. That acid. This thing isn't... I guess this doesn't have very many elemental resistances because it never expected to fight people like us or weapons like this, but got it.
There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
What I wouldn't give for my Storm Slinger, I'll bet you it has the... I'll bet you it's strong enough for fucking,
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
I also hope this is not a trap.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
That doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
I feel like this is a trap.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out.
Shield down. It's on the move. Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The fact that this thing makes you stand in one place while you're reload.
You got it tweaked, Bob.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. Maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. I'll stash this away for later.
You know what? An Ostrom with a focus? I'll bet you Silence is involved now. He's still in the background, we pulling strings. It just clicked to me now that the rebels probably working with Silence to gain the technology, but Silence isn't part of this rebellion. He's not actively partaking in it, but he's using it to his own ends.
No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing.
Focusing lens, and that's the you know, when the camera zoomed in on that piece of the servitor, I
need
thought
to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago?
That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed.
So far, Zenith established a colony world after all.
Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable.
Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves?
Not their descendants.
What?
Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know?
How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves?
I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants.
And you? Does that mean that you're...
I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function.
Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it?
When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Huh.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over?
When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
I don't know how I feel about this, but this is cool. This is like, man, they were ambitious with this, and I like it.
So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says.
Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
He enjoys hurting people.
Yeah, I know.
Hmm.
You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age, too.
Hmm.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. Then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Verbena's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's logs so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Luthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access. You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database, before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy, so it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or... So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single... To a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now! Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing! They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything, everyone, are gonna die.
Hey, calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
Reminds me of the socially awkward girl that's also
go?
really smart.
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
I wonder what it's like, being in space.
It sounds very lonely, if you ask me.
Erend? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's 2 of me now.
There's 2 of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those 2 lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. That reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark and a boom.
I don't know why I'm laughing. A dude turned himself into a lightning rod and went kaboom.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her. No use crowding someone when they're in a state
of panic.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Hey, you and Erend okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This Beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Erend. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I see everyone's settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Erend to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place.
Oh my god. Complete 360 of Al and Peg's marriage, just saying. Even though these two aren't married yet, so not a fair comparison, but...
I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Aloy.
Hey, thought I'd check in on how you're doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
Little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe. What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again.
If there's not a mission, or at least a DLC, where I go into the Far Zenith facility just to get the copies of the subfunctions, I'm gonna be sad. But I also wouldn't mind if that's like Horizon 3.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Aether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like Stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those Stormbirds in line. You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedling. I wanted to understand why. Imagine my surprise and found out it, in a way, the Utaru as well as our...
That's why we have to make...
Okay.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
I'm misinterpreting the dialogue, so forgive me.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Some. Let's see, what about my friend
Where'd
Katala?
Katalo go?
Where did Katalo go?
Ow! That is focus thing's trying to kill me.
He did almost drown it in beer.
Not on purpose.
Where did Katalo go?
One of Studious Fortis's many scrolls. It was a pain getting him to Barren Light. Still, he didn't deserve to be run down by Regala's riders.
Where have I seen this before?
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
It's a shuttle. Like the one I blew up at Far Zenith's launch facility. Varl seemed pretty interested in space travel. I guess he wanted a keepsake. Looks like Erend and Katalo moved their stuff in.
Of Katalo, that's where he is. He's...
Looks like some of the holograms are working now.
I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful war map. They set up a camp there as well, I see.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Erend brought in, she's... related to you.
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe.
That's great out, okay.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tenakth territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that. Impressive.
Why is this... None of these are... Okay.
You said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there.
I can see where this is
Getting
going.
Ether out of the Grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hekarro's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
That is true.
I need to go.
On your way, then.
It's cool, though. Nobody's freaking out about, their sudden leap by, like, centuries of progress. Well.
Welcome back.
Now explain what that means. Well, make a long story short, I mean, they slapped this little mini computer against their temples, and now they're learning to read and write. Well, maybe not write, but they're reading and technology, and hopefully their semi-Native American background will temper them from doing stupid things. But then again, we got Eren learning to like heavy metal, and Varl trying to get gifts for Zoe. Oh. As I said, hopefully they're a little tempered by the Native American backgrounds.
Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get.
Indeed. I've got quests here in the bunker.
I know. It makes you want to punch something.
More like someone.
Well, you're the one that helped me find it.
People make mistakes.
I don't know what the hell is listening to.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
Why not?
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
I'll let you know when I get close to those Grimhorns.
Good. If we can get their control cores, maybe we really can heal the land gods.
Do I need plowhorn stuff or something? Maybe I do. Wait. What's this? I guess I had the pieces at some point. It is what it is. Oh, you know what? It's probably from one of the plow horns I took down at the other place, or from one of the hunting lodges. Okay.
I can feel this frost down to my bones.
Okay. So my guess will be if I go to Poseidon, what's that? Gauntlet run. I don't know. But there's certainly a lot of stuff to do now. And I am not sure I want to do that just yet. So I'm going to cut it here, take lunch. So thanks so much for watching Twitch. Don't forget to like, comment, and tell your friends. This has been Alloway signing off.